enthusiasts. I am here in the East Bay Regional Park District in the San Francisco Bay Area, and in particular in Tilden Park. I'm here, it's just about dawn right now, and the dawn chorus is firing up all around me. Hoping you can hear the wonderful variety of birds around me. I've got varied thrush, spotted towhees, Steller's jays, mourning doves, great horned owls, Cooper's hawks, hermit thrushes, ruby-crowned kinglets, song sparrows, all sorts of stuff waking up this morning. It's wonderful. In particular, I wanted to bring you to a special spot with me this morning. In Tilden Park, there is a particular lake called Jewel Lake. And one of the ways to get to Jewel Lake is to walk down this boardwalk that goes out that way, through the marsh, through the riparian habitat, through all the willow thickets, through a habitat that's very hard to get to if you're just going through it on foot, because the undergrowth is very thick, and also a lot of the ground is very wet, so you're going to get really muddy and wet, and it's going to be very hard going. But in Tilden Park, this boardwalk allows you to have a platform to walk your way through that habitat. This is a particularly special spot to me for a few reasons. One is I grew up very close to here and came out to this spot and birded along this boardwalk all through my childhood, all growing up. I've been here many, many, many times. And another really special connection is that my grandfather, who was an engineer and an architect, is actually the one who designed this boardwalk. So it's got a lot of special family connections and a lot of special history for me. And I thought that it might be a really lovely way to spend the morning, to go along and bird it together. So let's see what we find. There's a wren tit calling in the distance. And a red-breasted nuthatch. It's a dark-eyed junco on the boardwalk. Oh, and a hermit thrush. Nice. So the hermit thrush is in the front there, a little bit bigger. Dark-eyed junco's farther away from me. Oh, and there they go. Can't tell. Pigeon just flew by. So as you can see, as we slowly make our way down the boardwalk here, twists and turns through all this foliage. It's just starting to leaf out now, which is pretty exciting, just as winter is fading into spring. And all these twists and turns of the boardwalk really allow you to get deep into this habitat and wind your way through all the nuances, get really close to all the little details that make this habitat what it is. Smaller trees, bigger trees, undergrowth. And you can see what I mean by the fact that this boardwalk goes through this wet habitat. You can see the water down there. This would be a very muddy, cold, wet walk if we were doing this on the ground. But since we're up on this boardwalk, it makes it lovely and very pleasant. And then we come to the end of the boardwalk. Where the boardwalk ends, a place called Jewel Lake, as I said at the beginning. I'll go right down here and check out the lake. So do you see that giant pile of sticks in here? There's a bunch of undergrowth. And this big pile of sticks. That is the nest of a woodrat, a dusky-footed woodrat. And they do this. They build up these big piles of sticks and leaves, and it's got all sorts of holes and tunnels and chambers inside of it where they live. Sometimes they also collect things. Woodrats are famous for being pack rats. You find all sorts of trinkets that people drop, pretty shiny things, interesting things, soft things, whatever they like, whatever strikes their fancy. They collect them, bring them into their nest, and decorate and line their chambers and tunnels with them. Pretty fun. And here we are at Jewel Lake. Get to see the sunrise over the lake. A few mallards out there. Yep, 3 male mallards. Lots of these cattails. A beautiful little lake. So I hope that you've enjoyed this birding adventure we just went on together this morning. Jewel Lake is a wonderful spot. The trail and the boardwalk are easy to use, easy to get to. The lake itself is only about a quarter of a mile or so from the parking lot. So it's very accessible. And if you want something a little bit more extensive, there are trails throughout the rest of Tilden Park and throughout the rest of the East Bay Regional Park District. There are so many wonderful treasures to find. So I hope that you come out and do so in person. The parks are free to get into, close to the cities of Berkeley and Kensington, and really even San Francisco, not very far away. So it makes it very accessible to everybody, which is, I think, is wonderful. There's a robin that just hopped up over there. I'm going to spend a little more time here birding Jewel Lake, see what else I can kick up. I hope you come out and do the same. In the meantime, thank you very much for the view. Please subscribe to the channel. And until my next video, enjoy the natural world.